Bourbon is believed to have been first made in the late 1700s by Scottish and Irish settlers who brought their whiskey-making traditions to Kentucky. The local climate and abundance of corn made it the perfect place to distill whiskey, which eventually became known as bourbon. At that time, the United States government imposed a tax on whiskey, which led to a rebellion in western Pennsylvania. The tax was eventually repealed, but it helped to establish the idea of American resistance to government interference in the production of alcoholic beverages. There are several theories on how it got its name. One theory is that it is named after Bourbon County, Kentucky, which was established in 1785 and named after the French Bourbon dynasty. Another theory was that it was named after Bourbon Street in New Orleans. Yet another theory was that it was named after a particular distiller named Bourbon. In order for a whiskey to be considered bourbon, it must meet certain requirements. It must be made in the United States, must be distilled from at least 51% corn, and aged in charred oak barrels. It must also be distilled to no more than 160 proof and bottled at a minimum of 80 proof. Bourbon has become a beloved drink across the United States and beyond. It's enjoyed on its own, in cocktails, and even in cooking. In fact, some of the best dishes are made with a splash of bourbon, like bourbon glazed ham or whiskey-infused barbecue sauce. But it's not just the taste that makes bourbon so special, it's also the culture that surrounds it. From the Kentucky Bourbon Trail to the annual Bourbon Festival, bourbon is a part of American history and tradition. It's a symbol of independence, resilience, and the American spirit. So the next time you're sipping on a glass of bourbon, take a moment to appreciate the rich history and culture behind it. It's a true American classic. Here's a recommendation to learn more. Bourbon Empire, the past and future of America's whiskey.